Retired Spanish international Fernando Hierro has been giving his thoughts on the current crop of players making up the national side ahead of Euro 2012. The Malaga native won 89 caps with Spain during his 14-year spell playing for Real Madrid. His last appearance on the international stage came in 2002, and since then, La Roca has gone from strength to strength.
I think that a lot has changed. There was a very important moment for Spanish football, and that was the quarter-finals of Euro 2008 in Vienna against Italy. We had come from a generation of players that always got knocked out in the final phase, and usually around the quarter-finals. We were never able to get through to the final. I've always said in previous interviews that I didn't know what competition it would be in, but when Spain got through the quarter-finals, that they would go far. And I think we have had a psychological barrier that we needed to break.
The players that make up the modern Spanish side include world-renowned superstars like Xavi, Andres Iniesta and Fernando Torres. However, with plenty of competition for places, no one is guaranteed a spot in the squad for Euro 2012. One player Hierro would like to see make the cut, though, is Spain's all-time leading goalscorer, David Villa. Villa has been out since December after fracturing a bone in his leg, but is reported to be on course to return to action for Barcelona before the end of the season.
I think that it's important for Villa to be fit because he's a very important goalscorer for the team. Players' form is constantly changing, especially toward the final phases of international competitions, because of the accumulation of fatigue. There are a lot of matches in very little time. I think that Vicente Del Bosque will know that the decision has to be made at the end of the season in May, and not before.
The reigning world and European champions go into this summer's competition in Poland and Ukraine as firm favourites. They were drawn in Group C alongside Croatia, Italy and the Republic of Ireland and are heavily favoured to go through. The final phase will present more of a challenge, says Hierro, with their toughest international rivals all looking to knock the Spanish off their perch.
In the European Championships, all the strongest teams like Italy, Germany, France and England could have problems in the qualifying phase. But ultimately, I think they'll all make it to the final phase and compete at a high level. Germany, France, Italy, Portugal, Spain and England will all be there, so the level of competition will be very high. I foresee a very attractive tournament, which will be pretty level. We all know that it's very difficult to control what happens in these competitions, because you can easily go to penalties, and then it's anyone's game.
Spain's Euro 2012 campaign kicks off on June the 10th when they meet Italy in Gdansk.